Boa noite, ô. Bora lá, né? Só chutullu. Escrevi o nome errado ali no coisa. Já pelo que eu tô vendo ali, a merda vai ser grande. Mas vamos lá. Entrada vazia, entrada vazia.
Fala, fiote, pra casa, pra casa agora. Tô pra estralando, cara. Sei lá, então, lá no monte lá de lá, mano. Dá uma força, camarada tava também. É bonito, né, velho? Tá, tem que lá. Aqui tinha tanto gato lá dentro, cara. Eu tava ajudando e ele não tem obrigação de fazer nada. Tava dando por aí, ó, falando, cara, aparece.
Meus deuses. Esse sou eu? É, né? No mínimo. Já, né? E... Ah, eu quero ver, tá ligado? Eu vou jogar o outro, vou continuar o outro lá que a gente tava coisando. Que a gente tava vendo. Mexe aqui, olha, tal. Abaixa no bola. Ele não corre, ele só anda. Infelizmente o boneco só anda. Já não gostei. Já não gostei. Tem que correr. Ou ele corre? Não, isso aqui não é correr. Isso aqui é andar mais rápido. E agachar. Ah, cara, qual que pera? Ah, X. Ah, eu vou continuar o jogo lá que eu tava jogando lá, que eu consegui botar a legenda, tá ligado? Mãozinha do boneco toda cheia de sangue, acordando uma pelota de. Esses bagaços, de bagulho de. Epa! Você precisa acender alguns itens específicos para interagir com eles. Opa, opa! Uma coisa aqui, ó. Moleque. Ali eu vou cortar o Green Knight, né? Eu vou voltar ali, ó, pra cortar por ali, tá ligado? Acho que dá pra cortar. Se der pra cortar aqui, ó. Dá pra cortar. Só abrir, meu querido. Vamos por aqui primeiro, né? Aí eu acho que já é caminho. Vamos por aqui. Por que eu tô achando que vai dar no mesmo lugar, velho? É, porra, no mesmo lugar. Mesmo lugar. Não bate, não faz nada. Eu só ando. Eu tô ouvindo alguém falar, mas não tô vendo. Ali, ó. Porra, que é aquilo, mano? Pera aí. Não dá pra vir pra cá, vamos pra lá mesmo, né? Vou abaixado, daquele jeito. Malandragem. Nada aqui, mano.
What a putrid offering.
Que oferenda pútrida. Deixa eu ver se dá pra botar em português. Deixa eu ver. Som. De voz, não dá não, hein? Não dá não. Então, tá conseguindo ler direitinho? Não. Então, beleza. Vamos que vamos. Nossa, o resto. Eu vim dali. E eu vim pra cá, não tem caminho, mano? Você foi escolhido. Para correr, segura L2. Beleza, é bom saber. Como que eu fui escolhido? Porra, é essa, mano?
Everything has already been written. But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
Ó o braço do maluco!
I hate whiskey. A lost battalion. Holding your position and obeying orders. That isn't courage. I used to be an avid reader. The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases.
Ainda bem, né?
Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it.
Ixi, quase encerrado, então já era. Isso aí já foi.
A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy.
O dono do bar me contratou, não gostou da maneira como encerrei o caso, mas fora da lei.
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
Essas musiquinhas, mano, o bagulho que tem terror, mano, não toca música, os caras, música, que é a música do capeta, ó as musiquinhas do capeta, essas porra aí, ó. Tá ligado? Não, mas deixa rolando, deixa rolando, deixa rolando. Aqui, mano. Que salvou o jogo. Peraí, eu vou lá.
Been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares.
Hã? Ativação, tá. É, pode ver. Todo filme de terror, essas musiquinhas bem no estilo dessas décadas assim, é o que mantém o terror vivo, tá ligado? Você não vê aqueles heavy metal fudido, esses bagulhão. Vou tomar um... Claro que eu quero beber. Que pergunta idiota. Beber? Claro. Aquela dosezinha. Esquentar o coração. Agora sim eu tô no grau. Vamos lá, né? Vou atender.
I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherrifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
É isso. Eita porra, mano. Tem ponto... Nossa, mano. Esse nem abriu, hein? Visão representa sua capacidade de encontrar objetos escondidos. Hã? Eita porra. Peguei sem querer. 7 pp. 6 pp, tá. Posso usar a força física. É uma coisa do RPG. Tá ligado, ó? Eloquência. A capacidade de influenciar interlocutores com o poder do discurso, tal. Força. 5 pp. Cérebro. Do boneco eu preciso. Ocultismo, não é bom? Ocultismo. Medicina. Força. Pronto, acabou. Vamos lá. Confirmar. Quer mesmo confirmar essa distribuição de pontos de personagem? Sim. Eu não sei se vai se influenciar, se eu vou ganhar mais pontos. Eu acho que eu vou ganhar mais pontos, né? Conforme passar o jogo.
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do, there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, you still...
I'm coming.
Cara, é seguro. Porra nenhuma.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
Nossa, você tá chamando meu escritório de pocilga, mano?
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
É, o cara é sangue no olho.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl, she is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie.
É, geralmente o
She
Cthulhu,
would never have done such a thing.
essas criaturas, o cara vai ficando louco, tá ligado? No jogo de RPG. É da hora, mano.
Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
Ela tá fugindo de alguma coisa, né?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
Meu isqueiro antigo, mandei gravar em homenagem a 17 visões da infantaria. Mostra. Ok. Ah, esse aqui é os casos resolvidos, beleza. Não está nada. Aqui. Ó, sanidade, ó. Conforme vai descobrindo, é que o boneco vai ficando louco, tá ligado? Dependendo aqui. Vamos lá. Eu tenho que examinar aqui o The Nights.
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
Diz que o incêndio começou na sala de jantar e tirou de todos os problemas. A polícia concluiu que foi um acidente doméstico. No entanto, insiste na possibilidade psicológica da Sarah Hawkins. Por quê? Recorte no jornal um artigo sobre o casamento de Sarah Charles Hawkins, o empresário da ilha Darkwater. Eles levam a vida reclusa com o único filho Simon. Levavam, né? A cara da mulher deve estar meio angustiada. O negócio tá meio... Vamos lá.
What's this symbol on the man's chest? It's as if Sarah Hawkins breathed a message into it.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
Hã? Puta que pariu. Habilidade psicológica. Tem alguma coisa errada com essa história? Onde? Ah, eu acho que é aqui, mano. Fudeu, hein? Eu vou aqui, que eu acho que tem alguma coisa zoada.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
Ah, vai ficar... Aqui eu posso escolher todas, eu acho.
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life. and death.
Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
Então vamos lá, né, velho?
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You'll be handsomely compensated.
All right. I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice. Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island in there.
Vou ter que ir pro bagulho lá. Como que eu faço? Mais uma dosezinha, só pra calibrar. Aqui eu acho que não vai ter mais nada. Ah, mexi.
Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this
Boa noite,
book,
Matheus.
it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then.
Darkwater começou a ser povoada no século XIV. E ainda repleta de memórias das tribos perdidas, mas não se engane com o romantismo das evidências de crenças ingênuas e primitivas. Os deuses dessas tribos eram muito violentos. As paredes das cavernas, há muito abandonadas, ainda estão decoradas com uma criatura gigante. Era um deus do mar ou dos sonhos. Ninguém sabe, que é o Chutullu, né? Eu sempre joguei e morri no jogo, mas bem. Ninguém sabe, mas os habitantes de hoje, filhos e filhas de caçadores e baleias, ainda se lembram da misteriosa história dessa pequena ilha na costa de Massachusetts. Oh.
All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able. Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
Vamos lá, que agora eu tenho que sair. Vou pegar o livrinho aqui. Um tomo denso criado para residentes e jovens médicos. Esse primeiro volume lista todas as doenças conhecidas no mundo civilizado. Ele detalha sintomas e o tratamento adequado. Peguei o vídeo. Vou ter que ficar investigando, hein? É mais investigação pelo que eu vi, né? O caso Sarah Hawkins. Eita, Hawkins. Já que eu ouvido falar desse jogo, Matheus, Call of Cthulhu. Esse aqui era um RPG de mesa, pô. Tem livros sobre Call of Cthulhu, né? Depois eu vou procurar pela internet para ver alguns livros. É bem legal, mano. Agora as criaturas do bagulho de Call of Cthulhu são imensas, véio. De criaturas imensas. Tá ligado? Elas provocam, você só vendo o bagulho já provoca loucura em você. E esse jogo ele, ó, se eu não me engano, ele é antigo, tá ligado? Eu tinha curiosidade de ver ele. E corre no L2, já tá beleza.
We're almost there. Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload. Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great pain to what a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
Caralho, vou ter que achar os caras, mano. Treta. Vamos lá. Vou dar uma olhada ali, né, mano? Vou dar uma olhada ali.
Hey, Sullivan. Can't you go any faster?
Ah, já vamos trocar ideia com os
Same goes
malucos.
for you, sir. Move along.
É assim, velho. Eita porra, esses marinhos são muito frescos. Não, deixa eu só perguntar se eu
I'm
vou
looking for
pegar
this
a treta
address.
com o maluco ou não.
Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
Ah. And so who are you?
I didn't introduce myself. Edward Pierce, private detective.
In any case, it's not very important. I can't answer that.
You can't? Or you don't want to?
Oh, no. I'm not getting into those games, me. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
Don't put that beast back
Eu
in the
gostei,
water,
mano.
you
Porque pra você
shysters.
investigar
You're
tem que ter
crazy.
medicina, esses bagulho, tá ligado?
Cops, they can't understand.
Damn stupid idiots.
Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Oh, yeah?
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
Nem sei que é uma grande piada pra mim, ó. Isso, mano.
You bilge rats don't scare me.
What did he call us just now?
I said
Nothing
you
for
were a
you here
bilge
either.
rat. And even
Beatheads.
a pox limpet. You think we don't know what you're doing? Hidden in the
There's nothing
fog?
for you here either.
Oh, shut up your big mouth
Beatheads.
once and for all.
Optimistic.
Eu pensei que eu ia pegar treta com eles, tá ligado? Por isso que eu fui. Aqui é um bar. Vamos no bar. Sempre vamos investigar, começando do bar. Dá uma peba nesse cara. Eita!
Be careful.
Maluco, é sangue no olho mesmo, velho.
Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
Tô no bar do maluco, né? Vamos de boa, vamos de boa, vamos do caralho. Não fui eu que procurou teto, não fui eu que procurei teto, mas eu fui cuspir ali no meu pezinho, mano. Opa.
You saw what happened. He's the troublemaker.
Oh, you're a true mainlander. A real princess. You strut around with your la-di-da ways, and then, as soon as the pressure arises, you start squealing. You don't have what it takes to drink my whiskey. You've got to earn it.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
Eu quero uma bebida. Agora eu quero beber uma bebida nessa porra.
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
Oh, yeah? That must have been before you came looking for a fight in my bar.
Oh, come on. Because of a little tussle.
Drinking it here is a privilege, and I grant the privilege to whoever I want. Anything else?
Você vai me dar uma bebida, não?
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
Oh, yeah? That must have been before you came looking for a fight in my bar.
Oh, come on. Because of a little tussle.
Drinking it here is a privilege, and I grant the privilege to whoever I want.
Seu
Anything
arrombado.
else?
Vamos lá.
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of dock water. When our whalers left for long months and came back, sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable?
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams?
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
That'll be all for now.
Eu vou sair sem beber uma por causa desse filho de uma... Filha da... Ó, eles estão ali, eles ficaram me secando, mas eu não vou falar ali com eles agora não. Ei, lá,
You
lá.
like our song?
We're true sirens.
We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
It's a local legend?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report.
What report?
The one that's framed right behind you. Our
Good night.
grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
Eu sei que o jogo vai ser nesse esquema. Mano.
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
You have no right to treat us like this.
And the doctor.
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations. Gifted with its own consciousness. Until it finds a new reader. Ah, that's it. Maybe we should let him take it. No. No, the risks are too high. It's a book, after all. Pure knowledge.
What you looking at, stranger?
Esse último parece uma cantada, né? O que uma mulher com você faz, meu garoto? Vamos nele, vamos nele.
The clientele is predominantly male.
Tell me something I don't know.
I meant nothing by it. I'm just wondering what a woman like you is doing in this flea trap.
And I'm wondering what could be going through the head of the chump who goes to disturb her. Let me drink, stranger. I told you to beat it. I told you to beat it.
Só não gostou muito de mim, não. Eu tinha esquecido também do bagulho assim, mano.
Charles Hawkins was a heavy drinker. And a debtor. Interesting.
Vou pedir outra bebida.
You again.
Eu de novo. Charles Hawkins, uma conta, mano. Olha lá, mano.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland. Then...
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
Ó, tá no cadeado.
Charles Hawkins owed you a lot of money. Do you know if he had problems?
I don't know the details, and it's not my business. Money or not, he was always welcome in my bar. The Hawkins family was always much appreciated on the island.
Eu pensei que nos cadeados você não podia...
I read the article on the miraculous catch. Interesting local folklore.
Don't get it into your head to repeat that round here. It's more than folklore. On that day, the crew of the Scylla caught an exceptional catch. The biggest whale ever caught. And they saved dock water from famine.
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
That'll be all for now.
Eu vou lá incomodar, mano. Pera aí.
I told you to beat it.
Não dá pra chegar no maluco, senão incomodar o maluco também, mano.
And the doctor, what did he say?
He left. My God. Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations. Gifted with its own consciousness. Until it finds a new reader. She will get us into trouble.
Vamos lá.
I know.
Broken. This place seems half abandoned. I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman.
Os termos do nosso acordo são claros. Mantenha seus homens sob controle. Você não pode de nos provocar. Não é necessário responder. Apenas dê o dinheiro ao mensageiro. Cat. Mas se me dá mais informação, eu acho que eu ganho mais perguntas.
The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
Ó, coisa de medicina, ó. Ó. Já aumenta a habilidade. Eita, tem 5 PP, mano. 5 PP, pera aí. Ah não, tem um PP só. Nossa, assim. Ah, eu só posso... Esses daqui eu só posso conforme eu for achando item. Boa, boa. Bacana. Aumentar a visão. Hã? Quero sair. Não. Já validei? Ah, confirmando options. Entendi. Eu tô pegando um jeito ainda, gente. Vamos lá.
This man and Fitzroy could be twins.
Parecido com o Capitão Fitzroy. Ponto de comando. Ele tem perna de pau. Ué, o cara tem uma perninha de pau, mano. Cadê a perninha?
What a macabre souvenir.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
Okay.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
Está encoberto. Quem estaria interessado em ocultação dessas informações? Vi os manifestos e tal. Posso sair, mas eu posso falar com ele. Ei. Ah, mano. Como é que você fala pra me falar com você, desgraçado? Sai fora. Vai pra onde? Ah, beleza.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Resposta desbloqueada.
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
Killer whales don't have many known predators.
That's true. And normally, they're not found around here. But, you're gonna take me for a fool.
Give it a try.
Have you heard about the depths? Trenches that plunge into the earth and that shelter creatures unlike any other.
You're talking about mythology.
Ha! Indeed, you're right.
Opa!
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least. The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailors' return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
I was looking at your photograph. The one of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
I found a threatening letter, signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
Os caras tá guardando muita coisa, mano. Eu falei sobre isso.
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
Mentir. Eu vou mentir. Eu vou botar essa aqui. Eu vou mentir. Tá de doido, tá ligado?
You tell me.
I thought you would have worked it out. It belonged to Charles Hawkins. Ship owners from father to son.
I see. That explains those loading manifests. Too bad I can't get much out of them. I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse.
Já foi tudo, né? Isso aí.
I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
Beleza, agora eu vou pegar aquele caminho ali, ó. Pode ser que tenha alguma coisa. Pode ser que não tenha porra nenhuma, né? Eu vou dar a volta, vou dar de tiozinho que ele tá ali parado. Ó, os malucos saíram dali, ó. Os malucos da baleia saíram da... Aê. O que será que tem ali?
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
This warehouse looks abandoned. Why does it interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory, but I ain't asking. You want to know more, go ask the captain.
Good. Thank you. I've seen the kind of messages their boss sends. You're not scared of her?
Of course I am. Everyone's scared of that woman. She's not interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much, you'll have dealings with her.
I shall take my
leave. Se eu começar a perguntar, o bagulho investigador, mano, tô fudido. Vou pegar treta, eu acho que é aquela mulher lá que mandou. Sai fora, seu porra. Ligado? Foi ela.
It looks like there's a way in under this grate. A whale vertebra. If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil.
Só tinha aquilo mesmo, mano. Opa.
A handle. It must come from these old winches. I could use this old winch to lift.
Ué? Não entendi. Tá precisando de mais alguma coisa? Opa.
A ratchet device. Exactly what I need.
Eu não tenho a mínima ideia como eu liguei esse isqueiro aqui. Mas tudo bem. Vamos lá na escada. Eu pensei que era só pegar aquele bagulhinho, mas acho que tem. Eu ainda tenho que achar outra peça. Aqui tava. Ué, eu acho que não tem mais nada não, mano.
It should be possible to mount this cogwheel on the winch.
Ah, eu passei ali na nádegas, né? A declarar. Negócio ali.
Looks like everything is in its place. All that's left is to try to turn this handle. Damn, I broke it.
Pô, você me fez procurar pra essa merda quebrar, mano. Puta que pariu. Eu quero guardar isqueiro, mano. Porque, pô, eu vou ficar usando essa porcaria pra quê? Aqui fechou. Vou embora, não tem o que fazer ali.
Well, well. A little mouse has got lost on our turf. You're not only inquisitive, you're also stupid. What gave you the crazy idea to come onto my turf?
É de doido, né? Eu não sabia. Olha o cara do tiozinho ali. Ó, o Tiringa! Ali atrás, ó.
Your turf? That's news to me.
For a guy who has no idea, you've been doing a fair bit of poking around. My men saw you staking out the Hawkins warehouse.
Is that against the law?
I'm no idiot, Detective. I'll tell you how things work around here. I decide who comes in and who stays out. And anyone who doesn't respect my rules, I punish them.
Não vou brigar com a mina assim não, mano. Porque
Is your name
isso é RPG.
What of it?
Maybe we can come to an understanding.
Maybe. Or maybe not. Get this joker out of here. He might have a little trouble walking on his own.
Eu? Isso é porque eu não ataquei? Só ataquei.
I'm getting careless. I didn't see that coming. If I want to get into this warehouse, I'm gonna have to deal with her.
Deixa eu falar com o capitão lá. O maluco me deu informação lá.
You're back again. What can I do for you?
Apparently the bootleggers don't want anyone hanging around the warehouses.
They're part of the private property I mentioned earlier.
And yet the place looks abandoned. Why guard the entrance?
As a precaution, I suppose. All the warehouses are more or less interconnected by old sewers.
You mean that there's a way to go from one to the other by tunnel?
I couldn't tell you if it's still the case today for all the warehouses on the island. But I think I can imagine what you've got in mind. You can always visit them if you're not the claustrophobic type.
Tá pelos esgotos, né, mano? Esse é o boneco correndo. Dá pra acreditar? Ah. Ele andando, correndo. A diferença é quase nenhuma.
You live here?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
How can I be the one who defaced your saint? I've just come ashore, you idiots.
That's true. We're as drunk as lords.
You bet. You could have gone by without us seeing you.
Do not rile me. You can hardly stand up.
He's right. We're no match.
For the moment. We're annoyed. It's understandable.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to dark water?
The two guys behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
Is it Cat who's shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Oh, hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at all.
Peculiar house.
Yeah, that's where we live. Our boat.
It's not because it doesn't float anymore that we're going to abandon it.
Isn't it a bit early for alcohol?
We got nothing better to do anyway.
There's not much work around here.
Fitzroy gives us a few chores every now and again, but since the whaling station shut down, ain't a lot of jobs left around here.
So we drink.
That statue represents your local saint.
What do you mean by local, exactly?
You wouldn't be looking down at us, like all townspeople do.
St. Brendan. He protected whalers and fishermen like us. Until those assholes defaced him.
I've taken enough of your time.
We'll see you later.
Tá de doido ali. Não conheço o local.
Tell me. Who's this guy?
No idea. You better keep it shut.
Wait, we don't have a clear...
What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
We saw you talking to the two soaks. Go die of thirst, the lot of you. It'll stink less.
Menti falando que eu vi. Perguntar logo que...
What happened to the statue of St. Brendan? Dreadful.
What makes you think we did it?
We're bootleggers, not savages.
Who do you think defaced the statue?
What do I know? They could have done it by themselves.
The sailors?
Who else, in your opinion? And who's interested?
So, who are you?
Are you stupid or are you doing it on purpose?
Everybody knows us on Darkwater.
I've just arrived.
Let's just say we're standing guard for the owner of the site. And we let no one enter her property.
Cat. She's your boss.
What? You listen through keyholes?
She's the boss, yeah. She says who goes in or not.
Shut up, you dummy. You wanted to know that you also talk too much.
She must be quite intimidating if she can make two men like you tremble.
She redid the smile of the last one who wanted to get in.
I hope he had a good dentist.
No, you don't understand. She really cut him a new smile.
But he only smiles with the left cheek.
I've got to enter the Hawkins warehouse. I guess it's going to be complicated.
No, it's very simple, in fact. Fuck off.
I don't give a damn about your racket. I just want to get into this warehouse.
And we don't give a damn about you. Whatever your reason for wanting inside, there's nothing we can do for you.
I bid you, porque os caras acabou de falar que só entra a mão dela. Vou mentir. Ah, Gustavo, é mesmo, seu trouxa. A estátua tá ali, ó. Eu acho que é essa estátua aqui, ó. Chegou porque ela tá sem cara, né? Sir Brandon.
Where do you think you're going?
Who are these others so interested in the warehouse?
And why would I tell you?
I'd like to know more about the Hawkins case.
I don't think so.
I thought that the Hawkins case had been closed.
That's true.
So what are you doing on guard duty in front of this warehouse?
Who's asking the questions here, the cop or the tourist?
What more can you say about the death of the Hawkins family?
Not much more than what everyone knows. I wasn't on the case. They were all burnt to death, right? Up at their place.
The whole mansion went up in flames.
Don't get it into your head to go wandering around up there. It's dangerous.
What do you mean by that?
The only one left there is old Silas, and the accident has affected him badly. He can be unpredictable, especially if a stranger starts poking around the property.
Is he a danger to the public?
No, he's in his own home. Do yourself a favor. Leave him well alone.
They can't understand.
Damn stupid idiots.
Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
That's not...
What could have done so much damage?
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming.
Será que agora eu consigo abrir, mano? Não. Ai. Como que eu vou entrar nessa pocilga? E pior que eu tenho que ir pelo esgoto, né? Pelo que falaram.
You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad.
Damnation. I broke it. It's no use. The padlock won't give.
not sailors. It's a sign.
Que bagaça, mano. Não consigo entrar, eu tô perdido.
What? Another break?
One of those damn sailors came looking for trouble again.
But he won't try again anytime soon. We gave him a good hiding.
So you said to yourselves that after such a feat, you could abandon your post.
It's just a little drink. We taught those guys a lesson.
We'll return right after. It's just that standing guard in this alley makes your throat dry.
That fool Fitzroy can't keep his dogs on a leash.
I'll have to send him a more clear-cut message. Hey, Mitchell. A drink for our new friend. I owe you. You don't know how to fight, but at least you've got guts.
Yeah. Aching guts.
Huh. I've got them too. But you don't hear me whining like a pooch who's lost its leash. You didn't back down. It's something that I respect. So understand by that, if I catch you again, you'll carry a more permanent reminder of our encounter. Tell me, what brings you to Darkwater?
I'm investigating the deaths of the Hawkins family.
It's very nice of you to tell me the truth so openly. But it's also really stupid of you. You really don't seem to know the area. Let me give you a little advice. If you want to survive more than a day in this rat hole, avoid talking about them to the first people you meet.
I've got a few questions about the island.
I'm not here to give you information. Mitchell will tell you what he wants to tell you.
I need to get into the Hawkins warehouse.
You're out of luck. It's on my turf.
It's precisely for that reason that I've come to see you.
Are you pulling my leg?
I'm very serious. A whole family died in a fire. And I've got reason to believe that there's still more to be said on the subject.
Well, I see you're serious. To be honest, as long as it doesn't interfere with my business, I don't care. But I'll go with you, to make sure you don't stick your nose into things that don't concern you.
Sounds honest to me.
I'm not finished. If I do that for you, if I let you onto our turf to conduct your little affairs, you'll be indebted to me. And I guarantee that I always collect on what I'm owed. Think about it. I help you, you'll owe me a favor in return. Do you accept?
Do I have a choice?
Oh, we always have one, Detective. Follow me.
Nobody questions your authority here. I was given to believe that Fitzroy stood up to you.
That dope tried to save face in front of his sailors. They revere their brave captain as they do their old statues. But sooner or later, all statues get buried in bird shit. And nobody cares.
And the police? They do nothing to stop you?
The local cops? The cops drink like everyone else, sweetheart. They know where their interests lie. Apart from that pig-headed Bradley. I don't know whether to admire his stubbornness or to have pity on him.
In the water, you shysters, you're crazy.
Cops, they can't understand.
Damn stupid idiots.
Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Oh, yeah? He's gonna get us into trouble.
It's fine. He's with me. Be a gentleman and move that for me. That's how it's done. Do I still need to hold your hand? Or do you think you'll get by on your own now?
Don't overdo it.
Good. In that case, I'll leave you. I've done enough mothering for now.
Ugh, this place stinks. What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case? Who has enough money to buy painkillers, but stays in a place like this? It smells as bad as it looks. Can't sleep. I know how that feels. The glass is shattered, like someone smashed it. Was it before or after the removal of these bandages? What is this picture of Charles and Sarah Hawkins doing here? Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings?
Eu investiguei tudo.
Someone has settled in here. And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move! Detective Pierce. I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
It's clear that you knew the victims. I'm sorry to dig up bad memories.
I can still see the poor child lying burned on the floor of their drawing room. We had to tear him off. The marks must still be there. They're in my mind anyway.
It's horrendous. I'm going to need your experience to bring him justice, Officer Bradley. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it. It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene? Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail. I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way. Andrews, would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose. God damn it. Her again. This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why, you?
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
I thought I'd straightened you out, mister. I am disappointed, but we'll meet again.
Is it far, this mansion?
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building? That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
Nossa, mano, o bagulho é longe. Entrar na insanidade. Caralho, cicatriz na cara desse maluco?
Well, here we are. Hawkins Mansion. The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
I see no scorched trees or fire damage on the building.
You're pretty damn observant, ain't you? The fire was quickly contained. Old Silas acted as soon as he could.
Not soon enough to save the Hawkins.
They were trapped in the drawing room. And don't go troubling Silas anymore. His guilt torments him enough as it is. Are we gonna take a closer look at this mansion, or do you have other questions?
You won't get me to believe that it looked any better 3 months ago.
It's a very old building, you know? Its foundations would probably date from the arrival of the first settlers.
Huh. It's really that old.
Come on, let's leave the stories of the dead alone. They've nothing to do with your case anyhow. Let's go up there. Unless you still have questions.
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
I prefer to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
You're talking about Winchester?
That's right. The Hawkins' old caretaker. Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though, he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go. Right?
Your partner, Andrews, warned me against him.
You managed to get something out of that bum? I'll end up asking you for advice.
He talks too much. He inferred that old Silas was slightly unhinged.
That's not far off the mark, I suppose. But kinda unfair at the same time. You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family. So he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way, he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
Night falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
Why not? You can help.
Right. Let's go.
Charles Hawkins' grave. Who could have done this?
I told you. Silas Winchester is still watching over the Hawkins family.
I must say, it's pretty gloomy.
So, Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
Why were they buried here?
I was given to believe that it was Charles Hawkins' wish.
Strange idea. I imagine Webster wasn't too pleased.
Mrs. Hawkins' father? It's said that he's devastated.
Let's go to the mansion.
Please give me a minute.
Poor kid.
I didn't expect to set foot back here after the
Poor
burial.
kid.
What kind of deranged individual would defile this sanctuary? And steal a burnt painting?
The flowers on Sarah Hawkins' grave are fresh. The caretaker takes great care of these graves. The caretaker takes great care of these graves.
Parou? Cadê, mano?
Bradley was right. This place is much older than I imagined, but the architecture seems too recent.
Um cara falou que vinha comigo, não entendi porra nenhuma agora.
This entrance is still in use.
Whoa!
Whoa!
You were trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy, sir, all right? Put down the axe.
You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them. Dump them into the ocean.
Whoa! You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. Let's talk calmly.
I'll show you how we have it out on Darkwater.
Sarah Hawkins' father sent me here to investigate the death of his daughter.
Webster, huh? I understand how he feels. But me? I want the dead to rest in peace. And that means kicking the ass of gumshoes like you.
Why would you not want me to help understand what happened here?
I've got nothing to hide. Tell me what you're doing here. And no baloney.
The police report describes a domestic accident. But Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter. I just need to see where the fire started.
The mansion isn't safe. You would break your neck as sure as you're trying my patience right now.
That's why you barricaded the entrance.
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked, and I make sure it stays that way.
The sooner I carry out my investigation, the sooner I wrap up the case and return to Boston. After which, you'll never hear of me again.
Huh. I like the sound of that, but I have a better idea. You leave right now, and you never come back.
Silas! Pierce! In God's name, what are you doing?
Officer Bradley, this hood was trying to break into the mansion.
Do something, Bradley, or this story will have a nasty ending.
I vouch for him, Silas. He's working with us. We have reason to believe that someone entered the mansion and stole some paintings.
Impossible. I would have seen it.
Better safe than sorry. Now let us in. I promise to keep an eye on this one.
Okay, then. I'll leave the key with you. You could have told me that earlier, Sonny.
Let's see what more I can learn from this mansion.
Pierce, shall we enter? Now that you've finished your fun and games with Silas, we can perhaps inspect the mansion.
You're right. Let's go. Let's take a look inside.
I'm with you. Follow me. I know the place. Who left this light on?
The Last Supper of the Hawkins. What does this tell me? What kind of meat is this? This place is for the head of the family, Charles Hawkins. The boy was probably here. Smashed his plate on the floor.
Tá brigando com o moleque.
Sarah Hawkins' plate. Why did she leave it untouched? Something happened at this table. An argument?
Hey, Pierce. Daydreaming again?
Working, officer. This dinner table tells us a lot about the Hawkins family life.
Well, we don't have all day. The scene of the fire is next door. Silas managed to bring the fire under control, but it was already too late for the Hawkins.
Was Charles Hawkins some kind of explorer? Let's see if I can find something the cops missed. The child's corpse left a trace. Where are the others? They had a fight. Why? Did Sarah Hawkins lose one of her shoes? How? Was Charles Hawkins a heavy drinker? Did someone escape the fire? Did it stop at the time of the fire? If the painting I found on the docks really came from here, how come it didn't burn? Blood. This lamp was thrown. This was no accident. This was a fight. Someone fell here. A desperate attempt to flee.
So, Detective, what do you make of it?
I firmly believe this fire was more than just an accident.
Huh. What's your theory?
I think the Hawkins couple got into a fight.
You sure of that?
There's only one way to be sure.
I just ask that you don't disturb anything. If Chief West found out about what we're doing, I'd be in serious trouble.
This door is locked.
Right.
These bandages are covered in dried blood. But whose?
É o policial, mano.
This door is blocked from the outside. The lyrics of the drunken sailor, a sea shanty. An original edition of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, dated 1818. Moby Dick, Melville's classic. The epic battle between man and whale. Mandatory reading for any whaler, I guess. This piano is in disrepair. Looks like the Hawkins kept it more for decoration than for music. A book on the first inhabitants of the island. It seems they got here around the 14th century.
Ganhou outro bagulho.
A book on hunting whales, the island's staple diet last century. There's something disturbing about this painting. "20,000 Leagues Under the Sea." Another story about the mysteries of the deep.
Opa.
A crowbar could prove useful.
Eu posso precisar usar mais pra frente, né? Se pé de cá, bater em alguém, abrir alguma coisa.
Greek mythology. Hecate, goddess of the dead, daughter of Tartarus, and mother of Scylla.
Vamos lá.
What could Sarah have done to make this person threaten to call the police?
A esposa do cara já tava numa situação meia. Melhor foi aquela ali, mano.
What will her room reveal about her? Barbiturates. Sarah Hawkins must have been extremely agitated, resorting to such a treatment. A barbiturate prescription from a certain Dr. Fuller. Such an excessive dose. Either this man is a charlatan, or Sarah's condition is unlike anything I've ever seen. This padlock is too complicated for me. It's no use. The padlock won't give. This door is locked. It's no use. The padlock won't give. The boys' room. A child's fort. From what threat was Simon protecting his world? Tom Sawyer, Mark Twain. Sarah must have read it to him before bed. Sleeping pills. Strong for an 11-year-old boy. What was wrong with this family? What nightmarish vision could have inspired them? Simon's troubles went beyond family problems. That kid saw something. Something terrified him.
Ele viu, acho que ele falava pra ela e ela desenhava.
The argument that led to their tragic end seems to have been simmering for some time. What was going through that boy's mind?
Eu não consegui aqui abrir aqui, mano. Não vai ter como. Tô com 55% e não consegui abrir a porta.
It's no use. The padlock won't give.
Não, poxa.
It's no use. The padlock won't give.
Vamos lá, vamos voltando. Opa! Opa! Vamos abrir essa bagaça agora.
It's no use. The padlock won't give.
Não é esse? Então vamos lá pela porta ali em cima. Estava trancado. Tem outra porta ali embaixo.
This door is locked.
E tem essa, né? Epa!
This ledger lists all of the paintings Sarah Hawkins sold. It seems the last one was given for free to a Francis Sanders. I wonder why. Sarah Hawkins' agent was getting worried. Seems she wasn't giving any signs of life. The door is blocked on the other side. Was Sarah Hawkins interested in the occult? What was she trying to achieve? Despite what happened, they seem to have loved each other. Bradley? Is that you?
A porta aqui abriu.
Is anyone there?
You! Stop!
Bradley, did you see which way he went?
Who? I didn't see anyone. I just heard some noise. Are you all right?
A man was hiding on the upper level. He ran when he saw me. He can't be far.
Pronto, eu vou parar aqui, depois eu continuo. Uma boa noite a quem acompanhou até aqui e um bom descanso. Depois eu continuo jogando, o jogo é interessante, gostosinho. Falou!